Alright, let's get started with Grade 9 Math Financial Decisions Part 2. Welcome back to DJI Tutorials. Today we're diving into the financial topic, depreciation. Depreciation is the decrease in value of an asset over time. It's often expressed as a percentage of the original value. So, let's talk about how to solve and explain the concept of depreciation in really simple terms. Depreciation is the decrease in value of an item over time. For example, a car loses value each year. This loss in value is called depreciation. So let's say a car costs $20,000 and it depreciates by 10% each year. After 1 year, it's worth $20,000 minus $2,000, which equals $18,000. The depreciation, in this case, is $2,000. Basically, depreciation is the decrease in value of an item over time. Now, compound depreciation is kind of like compound interest, except the value actually goes down over time. The depreciation rate is a percentage that's subtracted from the value each period. So how do you solve this? Well, let me explain the concept of compound depreciation and give you the formula. Compound depreciation happens when the value of an asset decreases by a percentage of its current value over time. What that means is, the amount of depreciation gets smaller each period. So, the formula is A equals P times 1 minus I. Here A is the final value of the asset, P is the initial value of the asset, I is the depreciation rate as a decimal, and N is the number of time periods. Basically, compound depreciation is when an asset's value decreases by a percentage of its current value over time, and that's calculated using the formula A equals P times 1 minus I. Let's look at a word problem. If Sarah invests $5,000 in an account that earns 4% annual interest compounded quarterly, how much will she have after 3 years? Okay, let's work through the solution. First, identify the variables. Principal, which we'll call P, is $5,000. The interest rate, or R, is 4%, or 0.04. The number of compounding periods per year, EN, is 4, since it's compounded quarterly, and the time T is 3 years. Next, we apply the compound interest formula, A equals P times the quantity 1 plus R divided by N, all raised to the power of N times T. So, plugging in the numbers, we get A equals 5,000 times the quantity 1 plus 0.04 divided by 4, all to the power of 4 times 3. That simplifies to 5,000 times 1 plus 0.01 to the 12th power, which is the same as 5,000 times 1.01 to the 12th power. Doing the math, that's about 5,000 times 1.126, which comes out to approximately $5,630.22. Therefore, Sarah will have approximately $5,630.22 after 3 years. Just to clarify, the formula A equals P times the quantity 1 plus R over N, raised to the power of N times T, calculates the future value, or A, of an investment. P is your starting principal, R is the annual interest rate, N is how many times the interest is compounded each year, and T is the number of years. By just substituting the given values into the formula, we can figure out how much Sarah's investment will be worth in the future. We hope you find this session useful. Now you can tackle any problems on depreciation, whether it's simple or compound. Please go ahead and share this with your classmates, and let's learn together. Thank you for watching.